video, yeah? Na leo tunaye Tanzania, Dar es Salaam kupitia Times FM 109.5, unamsikia kupitia Sunrise. Victoria Kimani.
Yes, sir.
Who is Victoria Kimani, by the way?
Victoria Kimani, a singer, songwriter, an artist, and a very creative person from Kenya.
Why had you had to do music? Is it because you're from the a musical background family? Like Bambo is your brother?
No, nothing to do with that. I think music just, it's just something I gravitated towards as a child. And my father started out doing music, so he definitely introduced music to us at a young age.
Also,
but yeah, my father is in music. He still is. He's a guitarist. So I just love music on my own, So just growing up, I always knew what I wanted to do. That's pretty much it.
Alright, but then while you were growing up, definitely you had a dream. You wanted to become someone. Who did you want it to become?
I don't know. I just knew I wanted to be a star. I knew I wanted to be an artist. I wanted to be a creative person, and I knew I wanted to use my voice. To me, I didn't think like I want to grow up and become like someone else and say, oh, I want to be Oprah or I want to be Beyonce or something. I just wanted to be like just the best Victoria I could be. So that's it.
Okay, which is your famous musician or someone you admire in the career of
someone
music?
I admire
in Africa or Tanzania, whatever.
Brenda Fassie from South Africa.
Mm.
I've always looked up to her because she's one of the first female African pop stars.
The late,
yeah, the late Brenda. And she rests in peace.
Okay.
Lauryn Hill. I love Lauryn Hill.
Why Lauryn Hill?
Oh wow, Lauryn Hill. First of all, her voice is amazing.
Okay.
And I just like her identity. She stuck to herself. She didn't change because society was changing around her. And also her lyrics, so her songs are very meaningful, but you can still kind of group to them at the same time. And then other than them, it's so funny because I listen to all different kinds of music. I listen to 2 Chainz, I listen to Future, I listen to Rick Ross, I listen to Nas, I listen to Rihanna. I listen to a lot of different kinds of artists, so it's not just only the serious ones, but also the non-serious. I think all different kinds of music is important.
Okay, Victoria Kimani, do you play any musical instrument?
I used to play the keyboard.
Keyboard.
Yes. Now
how hard it is?
Just my voice. It was not too hard because I was like maybe 9 or 10 years old.
Okay.
Which is like last year, so it's not that long. I'm joking. What you guys didn't get my joke. Okay, never mind. All right, yeah. Maybe I was 9 or 10 years old. And I don't play any other instrument besides that.
Alright, tell us the part about Victoria Kimani before sent to Chocolate City and moved back to Nairobi, Kenya. How long have you been to state and how was the music like?
I was born in the States, and growing up in the States, it was really interesting as an artist because I was exposed to different kinds of music, and then I got into songwriting. I started writing songs for other artists, and I did that for several years, and then eventually I joined a girl group called Club Embassy. This was in LA, and to make a long story short, after that, Chocolate City opened a branch in Kenya, and I got signed to Chocolate City, Kenya. And so basically, ever since I've been back, it's been 1 year. I was born in the States and spent most of my life there, but since I've been back to Kenya for 1 year now, and it's been great. It's been amazing. The first single is called Mtoto. The second one is called Oya featuring MI, and now we have this. Whoa is actually a remix because the original song came out after Mtoto, but now we put AY and Prezzo, and we just released the video. So I'm very
pretty
excited.
Good, of course. It's doing good in Tanzania.
Wow, thank you.
All right, Mtoto was the song that really introduced you in Tanzania.
Okay.
Do you know the meaning?
Yes, of course.
So what's the meaning then?
Mtoto, of course,
because like
Mchumba, Mtoto, baby,
but
hot girl.
I said it in the Sheng, yeah, exactly. That's how I mean, like this young, hot, sexy girl.
You're like denying a guy like no way, no way, no way.
I know that song probably brought a lot of guys trouble, but I'm sorry.
All right, then back to before you sent to Chocolate City and moved back to Nairobi, Kenya. You are doing songs with Battle Rhymes and a couple of guys, Marijuanas, and so many big names out there. How was it like to you?
It was good, as a songwriter. I was exposed to a lot of different artists and producers, and there was a time where I was signed to Notting Hill Music Publishing Company, and Ron Browse was signed to the same label. So was Mario Winans. So it was very easy for us to just get in the studio together. I just had to ask my boss, hey, listen, I need to get in the studio with this person. Can you make it happen? And even with that, it was still kind of hard because these guys are busy, you know. But persistence, you just have to stay on top of it and call them every day and say, listen, let's get to work, let's go in the studio. And eventually they do, and when they realize you're talented and you can write music, they want to keep doing songs with you. And so even the Busta Rhymes collaboration, that came through Ron Browse because he already had this song done. And it was just sitting in his computer. You know, these guys have so many hit songs just sitting in their computer. They're not doing
creating
anything.
beats.
Yeah, you know. And so I said, just give me this song, please. Like, let me do something on it. And he was like, yeah, man, do your thing. So that's how that happened.
You released the song Ayayayaya, and you did a dubstep version in UK. Instead, it was doing pretty good.
Yes.
You have huge fan base overseas. What's so special that you think you have that caught so much that attention overseas?
Well, number one, I was overseas, so you know, I have, I guess, maybe certain connections to certain DJs and stuff overseas. But outside of all of that, because even if you have DJs, you still have to have good music so they can have something to play, you know. But I think the number one thing is, I think internationally, I think on a level of, you know, can my music be played in Europe, even if it's still African music? Can my music be played in the States? Can someone who's from Germany say, oh, I like this beat? Or, you know, someone who listens to dubstep, can they listen to my song? So that's why I did a dubstep remix for Ayaya. And I think things like that are what make people overseas say, you know, I like this because it matches a sound that they're used to.
Alright, bana Tanzania tupo na Victoria Kimani in the house. Tuende tukasikia hiyo ngoma ambayo Victoria Kimani alikuwa anaizungumzia Ayayaya, and then tunarudi na maswali yako, tutamuuliza maswali moja baada ya lingine. Victoria Kimani, Ayayaya. Na hii ndio tofauti ya Times FM, Experience Africa. Tumeanza kumfahamu Victoria Kimani kabla ya hizi ngoma ambazo wengine wanazifahamu sasa hivi.